This is a follow-up video on this XA turntable, acoustic research, that I got a couple of years ago, and I did a restoration video on it, but it was a real short one just showing how to lubricate it, and I didn't have all the parts available to show it fully restored. And I've gotten some comments from people saying, hey, why didn't you show it as it's looking now? So that's what this video is for. So one of the questions I got was, did you get the dust cover with it? And I did, and this is it. It looks okay, except it's got a big missing piece right here, which is one of the reasons I really don't use it. But I do have the original dust cover. So let me pause real quick. I'll pop that off and we'll look on the inside here. When I finished my previous video, I didn't have some things that I've added so far, like this little AR emblem, and that's where it goes. I don't think that's actually the right one. I think it should have said AR Inc. This is probably off of a speaker or something rather than a turntable, but it looks okay there. I'm just going to leave it. And I also didn't have the proper weight. I didn't have it. It didn't come with the turntable, so I did pick that up off of eBay and got it mounted. Now I've got this rubber platter mat. Originally these would have had like a little thin foam rubber mat, which I don't know if those are available, but anyway, this rubber one works just fine, so that's what I've been using. So let's go ahead and I don't know if I ever demonstrated this, but the speed. Now there's no way to control the speed on these things. It's just you know, the belt itself. I don't really know if this is going to turn out on the video, but so this is on 33, and so that's the outer edge, I guess, that we're looking at for the speed, and you see it's fairly good. If I use my phone app, it's I think it's just a little bit slow, but it's pretty accurate. Now let me put the camera on the overhead mount and I'll show you how to switch speeds on this thing. Okay, switching speeds. Let's take this off, take the platter mat off, and then take the outer platter ring, and you just, here's a little pulley that has you know, 45 section and a 33. You just move the belt over and put that back on, and there you go, you switch speed. So I'll turn it back on here. I always thought this was kind of hokey. I started looking at some modern turntables and they use the exact same method. Only a lot of those, maybe the motor's out here so it's easier to get to, but so AR had that back in the early 60s and they're still using that method today. Now here's the 45. Let me zoom in. I don't know if it's showing up, but get in a little closer. You can see it's pretty accurate. Again, I think it's just slightly slow, but for my ear, it works perfectly well. So what else? What other questions do I have? Let's see. So, the cartridge. It came with an M91E from Shure. I listened to that for a while and didn't really like it. It's just a little too bassy for me. So I had a extra Shure V15 Series 3 cartridge that I put on this one, and I like the sound of that much better. So pause this. Now another question that has come up from another viewer was on the inner platter. Let me pop that off. They were asking if I had, I guess there's supposed to normally be a little, I don't know, foam or phenolic or some type of a little lip right there that would prevent, that would seal that up. I guess seal the oil in a little bit better and the bearing well. And I said mine was mostly missing, and I kind of removed the remnants of what's there. You still see there's still a little bit there that I didn't remove, but anyway, that's what mine currently looks like. If that viewer wants to check that out. So I think that's it. Let me go ahead and put this back in its spot where it normally goes, and I'll do a quick little demo of how it works. So here's the turntable back in its collection, back in its spot. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different turntables I can listen to. I like listening to this one. One thing I like about it is when you first start it up, it kind of has this little jittery thing that it does with the platter until it gets it up to speed. And of course it's 100% manual, so you got to do everything yourself. So it's not a turntable you use when you're going to take a nap halfway through the record, because it's going to just sit there at the end and continue to spin. But I don't want, I'll turn that down. I don't want to play too much of that. That's some John Williams Lost in Space theme. So yeah, great little turntable. I'm still using it here a couple of years later, and enjoying it just about every day. So thanks very much for watching and commenting on the previous video, and I'll see you in the next video.